Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for coming through. If it's your first time coming to my channel, the name of my channel is From a Ray Ray to a Henry. Who am I? I'm Unc L. You can call me Unc for short. Why? Because I'm somebody's uncle and I'm old as hell. Lord have mercy, I'm old. Rest in peace, Pops. Miss you every day, sir. Every day. Anywho, yeah, if you've seen the title, you know what this is about. Sassy Man Apocalypse. It seems like no matter how a man expresses his feelings, if a woman about women, if a woman disagrees with it, out comes a shaming language. We're not allowed to have feelings, and we're not allowed to be people, and we're not allowed to be humans. And they wonder why we're leaving. They wonder why we don't approach them. But I digress. I've got a couple clips I'm gonna react to. The main one being from a guy called The Average Man Unplugged. That's the name of his channel. It goes by the name of Rome. I've been a subscriber to him since he was about at 3,000 subs. Now he's 50 plus. He's doing it. He's doing the passport bro thing to the fullest. Because I work and I got a kid that's gonna be grown. He ain't grown yet, but I got another month. Oh, calm down. It's been a long journey. But yeah, my son will be grown in a month. And once my son is grown, I'll be a little more free to venture out further, you know. But yeah, he's been further east than me. I've been sticking to the Caribbean and Latin America. But yeah, Sassy Man Apocalypse. We just can't win. We can't win at all. But the clips speak for themselves. So with all that said, let's get into the video.
These niggas need to tighten the fuck up. Like, put your big boy pants on. Don't nobody want no soft ass nigga. I'ma tell you right now. And that don't mean you gotta be from the trenches. That don't mean you gotta be in the streets or whatever. I need me a man who can make me feel secure in my femininity. I wanna feel like I could surrender myself to you. Like you could take full sense of dominancy and I could just fall back and be a pretty bitch.
Okay, she just made it too easy. This first chick, first off, any chick that needs a man to be overly masculine or aggressively masculine, for her to be feminine, is masculine. Any woman that needs a man to be aggressively masculine or overly masculine to bring out their femininity, that's called conditional femininity. So that means whenever you get in the mood or something tickles your fancy the wrong way, you're gonna become masculine and you're gonna become combative. Nah, that's a hard pass. Second, I mean, look. We are sick to death of you dudes with vaginas. That's how you women communicate. Y'all communicate like men. There's nothing soft about you. And it's funny y'all talking about the soft girl era, but then get mad when we talk about the soft guy era. Drizzle. But there's nothing soft about you chicks. Y'all cuss like sailors. Y'all speak like men. Y'all are tiresome. It's just, man. It'd be like if a dude that y'all found attractive walked up to you and the second he started speaking, he just sounded just so effeminate. He just sounded like a straight chick. Y'all would immediately be turned off. So why do you think we are turned on when y'all open y'all mouth and it's yeah, bruh, and every other word is a cuss word and it's twin and its own gang? Stop it. Miss us with that. We're so sick of these type of chicks.
I'm in a point in my life where I honestly don't want no man. Like, I don't know what other lady feel like this, but I just feel like we is in a Sassy Man apocalypse right now. Like, they just sassy. Like, I be like, girl, these men want to be chased. I don't chase people. I attract them.
And we're sick of this type of chick too. I mean, she got the bangs, the baby hairs glued down her forehead, and got some other chick's hair glued to her head, and y'all wonder why we running from y'all. There's just y'all are not appealing. Y'all are not appealing. especially when y'all open your mouths and either masculinity comes out and shaming language comes out. It's just, ugh, Jesus, y'all are tiresome.
POV dating during the sassy mandemic of 2023.
Why can't you start any conversation? Like, do you even want me? Like, what do you?
Let's review the comments. Them now unfollowing too, like that's for the girls to do. I woke up this morning and was blocked, like he said this emoji during an argument. I texted him what you doing and he said, wouldn't you like to know? Nah, when he uses the eye roll emoji. Agwek says, when a man actually wants a mutual relationship. I'm pretty sure this is just a dude being facetious to see if the girlies would agree with him, and they did. So what I'm getting out of this are two conclusions. One, that men are starting to act the way women have been acting, and that two, y'all don't like it. It's almost like no one likes being treated like ass. Having respect for yourself is not just for the girls. So if setting boundaries and not tolerating disrespect is a sassy mandemic, then mask up, bitches, because it's not going away in 2 years.
Message.
She's absolutely right. You know, whenever we speak up against the toxic behaviors that women display towards us, we're sassy. But when we return that energy, drizzle, drizzle, it's a problem.
You ain't lying.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Man, I mean, ladies, y'all don't understand what y'all are doing and what y'all have created, being the monsters that y'all have become. Y'all just got meaner and meaner and smarter and smarter. And I don't mean more intelligent. I mean more just smart asses. Y'all got meaner. Y'all are, it's just not even worth communicating with y'all anymore. Y'all wonder why dudes don't approach, because we can look at, a lot of us can look at y'all, at least, the men that y'all really desire, the men that y'all really want, those of us with emotional intelligence that are good at reading people, we can look at y'all and see what kind of energy you finna come with. And short of that, even if you're a chameleon, it only takes about a 10-minute conversation. It only takes a 10-minute conversation. All we gotta do is say something to trigger you. And that's not hard. All we gotta do is say a phrase. We can say drizzle, drizzle. And to see how, and judge and base how you react on a trigger, we can get exactly the type of person and the type of woman you are. And we're just not going for it anymore. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Y'all wonder why we don't approach, because who wants to invite a masculine, chaotic chick into their lives? No one. That's why so many of y'all are single. That's why y'all think it's easy to get a man. Women are not judged on the men they can get. Y'all have vaginas. It's not hard for you to get men. Y'all are judged on the men you can keep. And y'all can't keep a man. Hell, y'all can't even keep y'all baby daddies. Y'all can have whole babies with dudes, and them dudes still leave. What does that say about you? Forget the man. What does it say about you that you can't keep a dude that you had a baby for? He just leaves. Either you don't know how to pick, or you're just not too intelligent and having babies by miscreants. It's probably a little bit of both.
Name one thing we underestimate about men. I'll go first.
Men's feelings. You can see it all the time online. There's always some woman online talking about a man needs to make sure her feelings are reassured, how she needs to feel secured, how she needs to feel validated. Me. That's all you fucking hear. You never hear about a woman talking about how a man should feel reassured and validated and secured as well. Because, he's human with human emotions. A lot of y'all are fucking selfish. You don't let that man know it's okay for him to come talk to you. It's okay for him to come vent. It's okay for him to come cry. It's okay. No, because the man is afraid to come and talk to you because he's afraid that you're going to weaponize his feelings and use it against him later. A man has to sit in the car for 15 minutes because sitting in that lonely car is more safer than going home to his wife or girlfriend. But happy wife, happy life, right? Because as long as the woman is happy, that relationship is doing just fine, no matter how that man is feeling. And that, my friend, is fucked up.
Yeah, before Rome throws his commentary in there, I'm gonna throw mine in there. Sis was cooking. She's absolutely right. Women have taught us that our feelings don't matter. We're not human. We're not allowed to feel pain or confusion or anything other than, we're not allowed in a relationship, we're not allowed to do anything but consider her feelings. That's it. We're not allowed to express how we feel. We're not allowed to express how we're being treated makes us feel. We're not allowed to express anything. And if we do take a chance on being vulnerable in front of you, y'all come along later and weaponize it against us. And you wonder why your man, if you have a man, don't communicate with you. Don't talk about his feelings. Don't You ladies have put yourselves in a position to where you're either going to get men who are overly emotional, who don't know how to control their feelings, or you're getting robots, because y'all have taught us that we can't trust you with our hearts. We can't trust you with our feelings, because whenever you get mad or upset with us, the first thing you're going to do is use those personal things that we've confided in you and told you against us. It's not worth it. It's not. And other women don't treat us like this. Women from other countries don't treat us like this. Non-Western women don't, excuse me, more traditionally raised women don't treat us like this. They're different from y'all. And I had to experience it to believe it. I couldn't figure out what it was I was liking about these Dominican chicks. You know, outside of the fact that they're gorgeous and they smile, and any song come on the radio, they're singing with it, and they bring a joy and a happiness with them, where whenever I interact with them, it's always a pleasant, happy thing. You know, there's no acrimony or antagonism between us. It's always pleasant. And I couldn't put my finger on what it was. And then the light bulb went off over my head one day, and I was like, damn, they're feminine. Wow. And it was really like a wow moment, because it was like, man, have I been like depriving myself of feminine women? Like, no, I can't say depriving myself. Have I not been exposed to enough feminine women to where I don't know what a feminine woman really was until it slapped me in the face? The answer to that question is yes, I did. I did not know what a feminine woman was until I left this country and experienced a feminine woman. Let's continue.
What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, subscribe. And I've never been a fan of the term happy wife, happy life, because basically what you're saying is that you are basically what you're saying is that forget about a man's happiness, insanity, whatever the case may be, all for the sake of making a woman happy. And we all know that can be bad for a man, which is why when the woman mentioned that man would rather spend that 15 minutes in the car before coming in the house and dealing with you, that's exactly why. Because he knows any man that has to do that before he comes in the house and deal with you, he already knows that when he comes in the house, everything is about you. You ain't bringing no kind of peace to that man. Now, the term sassy, this is something that women like to use when men are trying to express their feelings, or anything that has to do with holding women accountable.
What you do is you call women on that bullshit, and what's the first thing to come out of their mouth? Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Sign language.
And this couple that I'm going to show you, they talked about this as well, and it all comes back to that word accountability, man. I'm going to let them explain it. Check this out.
All right, so this question is really for the ladies, but the men, you can chime in because you know yourself better than us. But ladies, are the men in 2023 far more sensitive? Like, I don't remember men having so many feelings in the past. They are very opinionated about things. They be feeling some type of way, and y'all are verbal about it. Y'all be throwing little hissy fits and stuff. Like, I don't remember this, and I'm not really feeling it too much.
Sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, the need to be right. I bet she's not used to hearing men complain, because she looks like she's my age. I'm 47. I'll be 48 later on this year. I'm damn near 50. We're not from a time where we expressed ourselves, you know. no one cared about us anyway. They didn't care about our feelings. We were just workhorses, and you'd have to been an adult in the 90s and went through that time or earlier to understand what I'm saying. But feminism and feminists, they fought for equality, and part of that equality is they wanted men to express themselves and tell us your feelings, what's on your mind. You don't keep it all in. It's sad you don't feel like you can express yourself. But then when we start expressing ourselves and they don't like what we're expressing, we're sassy. We're gay. Why don't you just go ahead and admit you like men?
You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
This is the language they use when we start talking about how their treatment makes us feel. It's over for relationships in this country. It really is. I'm just sitting back and eating popcorn and watching the show. Let's continue.
So what I'm hearing is this is my take on what she's saying, and also some other things that I have heard about men being more sensitive. But ain't this what we asked for? We asked men to talk about their feelings more. We asked them to be more vulnerable. We asked them to tell us more about what's going on with them, what they like, what they don't like. And now that they're doing it, instead of it being received openly, it's being rejected and it's being name called. And now you're in menopause, or you're sassy, or some other derogatory term. I don't understand. Like, what? I feel bad for the men, because it almost seems like the goalpost is being moved. You wanted more sensitive men. You wanted men who are more in touch with their emotions, and now that they are, they're getting backlash for it.
I think it kind of just really boils down to some people like some things and some people don't like those things. Because it seems like we got 2 or maybe 3 different types of women and men running around, where you have some of the men, they will share, and they have become more emotionally present, and they're able to actually talk about these things or say what they don't like, and express that they don't like a certain type of way a woman is treating them, things that's being said to them. And then you have some women that appreciate that and take it and just be like, like I said in that other video, they take it and be like, you know what, I could be better in this, so why don't I work on myself? Because it sounds like you trying to be whole, so maybe I should take this and reflect, like we say all the time. We reflect and be a little bit better. Then you also have the women, like it seems like this sister she's saying that y'all men out there throwing hissy fits. If your voice, a hissy fit? I don't think it's a hissy fit. I mean, some might be throwing hissy fits. I don't know, but I do know a man expressing the things that I just named before. I wouldn't see that as being, overly sensitive, because it sounds like she's trying to say that men are overly sensitive. I think men have been sensitive.
Right. They just kept it bottled up.
Right. And that's when you see men explode and start doing ridiculous stuff, being overly angry and just walking around. It's like, you throw a Mentos into like a bottle of a Pepsi or Coke and it explode. That's kind of like, what men were. But I was sitting here listening to this, just thinking to myself, God, dog, men just can't be humans. You can't have a whole human experience. You can't use your words to express these things, or you're going to be called, some type of hissy fit haver. Or it's a situation to where you're not expressive enough. So you can express, but don't express too much. Back a little bit. You're being too much like a woman. I don't like that. But
I do think that there are, I don't want to say limits, but there's a way to go about voicing how you feel and your concerns, and that's on both sides. That's for men and women. But for me, what I have seen, not specifically talking about that video, but what I've seen is women who are literally upset because this man said, hey, I didn't like when you said this to me. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you right now, our boys are being raised like that. He's 5 now. He just had a birthday.
happy birthday to our youngest, he'll come to me real quick and be like, can we talk about how I'm feeling? Because he gets upset real easily. But there's a safe place for them to come and just communicate about how they're feeling, and that's okay. And he does the same thing. I think we've said this before. We have that whole in the spirit of communication is how we start this off. In the spirit of communication, da 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 da, whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a couple of things that happens when you allow your man or the man in your life to voice how they're feeling. One, it opens up the lines of communication, because you can't fix something or you can't help walk something out or work something out if you don't know what's going on. So that opens up the line of communications. But the other thing that it does, and I think that this is probably the one that a lot of women are having an issue with, is it makes you be accountable. Because if he's coming to me saying that, hey, I didn't like when you talked to me like this, or I didn't like when you did that, or I don't like this, then he's telling you something that he needs you to fix for him. And that's okay. It's okay for you to fix something for him, right? Depending on what it is. Because if you were to come to him, if I were to come to you and say, hey, I really don't like it when you talk to that girl at the grocery store like that. You kind of flirting. I don't like that. I expect him to fix that.
Right.
He's not going to call me emotional over it. He's simply going to fix it. He deserves the same reciprocity. If he comes to me and say, hey, the way you kind of kikiing and smiling all up in that grocer's face, I ain't feeling it.
These are just examples.
Right, just examples. I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to do it anymore. And that's okay. It's not him throwing a hissy fit. It's simply him voicing how he feels. Imagine being a person and you being upset about something, angry about something, sad about something, or even happy about something, and just having to keep that in and just be monotone. That's not okay. Moral of the story, let these men express themselves. It's okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, before Rome throws his commentary in there, I'm going to throw something in here right quick. What I've noticed about watching women who sound like her in this space is the common denominator is that they have sons. Women that have sons actually care about men's feelings because they have little men that they're raising that they love to death. And they want those little men to grow up healthy and whole. And it's just a observation I wanted to throw in there right quick. A lot, not all, because Danica Marie, dope discussion. She doesn't have any kids yet, but she speaks up for us. But Crimson Cure, she speaks up for us too, but she doesn't really speak up for us. More or less, she speaks to the ladies about improving themselves. But outside of those two that I can think of off the top of my head, most of the ladies that speak for us or speak up for us tend to be the mothers of boy children, and that's just an interesting observation. Let me quit talking and let Rome throw his part in.
See, what did I tell you? That's exactly what it is. I'm letting y'all know right now, bro. This is another shaming tactic that women have recently come up with as a way to shut you up from holding them accountable for anything. Why do you think they kept calling Kevin Samuels gay? Why do you think they kept calling Kevin Samuels sassy? Because he was holding women accountable. Now, when he was holding men accountable, when he first started his channel, did you hear women calling him sassy? Did you hear women calling him gay? No, you didn't. But whenever a man is out here holding women accountable, he's called sassy, gay, and whatever ad hominems that they can come up with. Fellas, this is just one of many shaming tactics that they use to try to shut you up. This is just more recent than what you're used to hearing. That's all it is, fellas. All right? So don't let it get to you, and don't let them try to shut you down with it, all right?
That boy is good.
And with Rome's final words, we've come to the end of the clips. Yeah, I like Average Man's channel. He does a lot of great content. He does a lot, and he keeps it coming. You know, whenever we try to express ourselves, we're called names. And then y'all wonder why the passport bros popped up and started leaving. And then after a while, you wonder why the drizzle guys, the soft guy era started, because we just the only way we can seem to get your attention is by literally throwing your behaviors right back into your face, by holding a mirror up to you and showing you how y'all treat us and how y'all act. You know, and that's all this sassy man thing is. It's just us returning the energy you bring to us. You know, or short of that, it's us giving you what you asked for. The lady said it earlier in the clip. Isn't this what we asked for? Didn't she say that in Rome's clip? Didn't she say this is? And didn't we ask for this? Yes, this is what women asked for 50, 60 years. Feminist women asked for us to express ourselves. But then when we start expressing ourselves, they quickly figured out, well, ooh, I don't like what he's saying about me, because it's true. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not gonna keep this going forever. It's probably already too long anyway. Once I get through editing it, like I said, go give Average Man Unplugged a sub. He has another channel called Unplugged Traveler where he documents his trips. Give both his channels a sub, and give this video. Go over there and give this video a like. And with that said, give me a like, give me a share. Please subscribe, and I hope to see you again. Take it easy.